Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the beautiful Sheraton Station Square, and look who's here, Dollar Bill Flanagan. That means he's picking up the check, right? No, we're here tonight for an amazing organization. It is the Keystone Mountain Regional Council of Carpenters. Well, we're going to tell you what they're doing with Rick Okreshevsky, but along with Bill Flanagan, 11 on 11, Channel 11, our region's business. He, of course, is from the amazing folks that is the Allegheny Conference of Community Development, and they are doing so much to move this community forward. And Paul Reinert, he is the training director of the IBEW, so the lights will be on here tonight. It is great to meet all of you gentlemen again. Rick, why are we here?
Well, tonight is all the people that are in the room tonight are here from across the state. And it's a group called Pratte. It's the Pennsylvania Apprenticeship Coordinators Association. And we get together twice a year and we discuss training issues and the things that we need to move our industry forward, and we share those ideas and we get back to our training centers and put them to action.
All right, let me tell my cameraman to have a seat here. Sit down and get this camera in my Samsung S5 closer so we can hear what Mr. Flanagan is going to tell us about our region. You know, Bill, I've been a big proponent of labor, but especially in my neck of the woods, Beaver County. We've talked before, I believe, on the radio about this proposed Shell petrochemical plant. The billions of dollars that hopefully will be invested in this region. Already about $500,000 has been put back into our economy because of the good folks at Shell. Lots of union labor there. We're looking for a lot more. In dollars that make sense, it's good for the region.
Oh, billions of dollars, and not just the Shell project. I mean, there's billions of dollars still being invested by the energy industry. Even though they're not drilling as much, they're building the pipelines, they're building the infrastructure. All that's underway. But the challenge and why what these guys do is so important is we got a lot of us are not getting any younger. And a lot of the baby boomers are starting to leave the workforce. We've got over 250,000 baby boomers who are eligible to retire over the next 10 years. So that's a lot of people that have to be replaced. It's a lot of opportunity for young people, but we got to get them skilled up. They have to want to get into these kinds of trades. They have to want to do these kinds of industry. So it's maybe the single biggest challenge the region faces, but it's because of the opportunity. It's amazing, like nothing you and I have seen, you know, in a generation. It's amazing.
Listen, I had a few automobile issues today, and it'll all work, Rick. Trust me. And so, you know, I love the automobile industry and what it does for the region. And a gentleman who I've known for a long time, the third generation, his family is in that industry, and he said to me a long time ago, what makes the meter move in the automobile industry as far as people that buy cars, it's the labor unions out there, the carpenters, the iron workers, the steam fitters, and of course the electricians. Rick, your people, what I love, they put money back into the economy.
That's for sure. We get out there, we work, and we spend that money. You know, we spend that money in the economy. We buy things. We support our families. We support the areas, the regions, the school districts. And I think a lot of people forget that us union tradespeople are also citizens, and we're also members of the neighborhoods. And they seem to forget that sometimes, as if we're some entity that are disconnected from the actual neighborhoods and the regions we come from. But we support those regions very well.
Listen now to Paul about the electricians, and I have many friends that I'm proud to call members of that amazing union. They do so much, but Paul, I think you need to tell the audience, especially some of the young folks out there or parents who may be watching, you know, high school graduation is just around the bend, and if they're good with their hands, some men and women out there who may like to become a part of what you do, here's how you go about it.
Sure, we take applications once a year, but what we tell the applicants coming in, it's a field now of using this and not your back. Technology in this industry, in this area, has changed drastically. We can no longer teach what was taught to me 40 years ago. We can't claim the work if we can't do the work. In technology, we have to step up with the gas and oil industry. Technology is way beyond what it was 20 years ago.
You know, speaking of technology, this brings me to this point. I'm a big fan of Facebook and Google, and yes, Norfolk Southern CSX, it just went by moments ago. They're using a lot of technology. Bill, explain to the audience why, as my friend Raja has told me, these jobs are the next generation blue collar jobs, people in technology working for Facebook and obviously people like Google who have become a big part of our landscape.
Well, it's everywhere. In fact, if you go to our website, imaginepittsburgh.com, there's 27,000 open jobs in southwestern Pennsylvania today. If you look at those jobs, more than half of them require some technology skills to get those jobs. That's where it's everywhere in our economy. It's not working just for a Google or an Uber or whatever else. But one of the great advantages you get working in the construction trades is nobody's ever going to outsource those jobs overseas, because you need the electricians here, you need the carpenters here. So there's a security in this kind of occupation that you might not get in some of those other types of occupations.
Tell them about the Allegheny Commons. I'm a big fan, big thumbs up. Tell them.
So we're in business to improve the economy and the quality of life of the region. We work with companies trying to get them to invest here and create jobs here. And these days we're also working a lot on trying to develop the talent in the region and trying to get people to come here to work. I mean, we think this is the best time, the best future ahead for our region in a generation, but only if we have the quality workforce that it's going to take to capture the opportunity. And that's the big challenge, and that's what we're working on every day.
Rick, before we go and get underway tonight and actually eat some delicious food and great service here at this amazing hotel, this great property, of course, the Station Square area continues to be a big part and a magnet that draws a lot of people to our community, and no one does it better than the folks here at the Sheraton Station Square. But tell them what you do at the Keystone Lake and Mountain Regional Carpenters Association in Robinson.
Well, with the carpenters, I was in the same position as Paul, and Paul's been around in that position longer than I, and I have learned a lot watching Paul and how he operates and how he reaches out to people and how we bring the industry to a better place. But we're also with the Carpenters Apprenticeship Program. We bring in carpenters, young apprentices from all over through trade schools, high schools, just through community outreach efforts to try to get our workforce filled in. We're backfeeding a aging workforce, and it's as Bill was saying, it's a challenge, and we have to figure out how to do that, and we work diligently at it every day.
All I can say in closing, thank you for joining us, and labor truly is the bread and butter, if you will, of who we all are, and we're grateful for that. And I'm honored to be with Bill again, and of course Rick and Paul and all of these amazing people who continue to pay it forward and make this economy continue to grow day after day. Have a great night from Station Square, the Sheraton, in the great city of Pittsburgh with your Pratte Pack. Bye-bye, everybody.